song is about leaving the town that you grew up in to go follow your dreams. Drop that. 25 years of my life have passed by and they've been priceless. Actually not, cause every night is 5 on the drinks, 5 on the food. I gotta move quick, I'm tired of paying dues.
You know, education is something that I've always believed in. It's the groundwork to setting yourself up in life, you know?
What people don't tell you is how real the world after high school actually is. If you don't go to college, it's even more real. You know, and that's one thing that I want to shed light on to the youth, you know, is because you have to plan. You know, if you don't plan, and you know, you have no blueprint.
The whole world's objective is to turn you into something other than who you are. Going to college is the first place where you can kind of challenge ideals that you've been taught that you don't agree with. You can kind of step out on your own. Your parents are not necessarily there to track your every move, so it's kind of like your first step of independence.
When you go to college, you learn so much about yourself because you have to do things on your own. You know, when you're in high school, you have people facilitating things for you, and in college, the onus is all on you. You have to make it happen.
I wanted to do music, you know, being a sound engineer or digital arts. I wanted to fall into that. There's just a lot of things you should know about music. It's just not all about words and rap. It's not simple. You gotta learn the metaphors, the definition of the words that you're using. You know, there's a lot of different things in college that you should know about.
During this last year, I have to keep nothing but an A. So I'm trying to do that, and I'm on the drum line. I play basketball, and I'm just now starting to, you know, go to studios and rap and stuff. Personally, when I grow up, I don't want to like work for anyone. I just want to, you know, do my own thing and have my own business or something or whatever I choose to do, and I just want to have fun. Like, the key to success is just have fun at what you do. So just get everything out of the way, and you can pick your own path.
To be successful, you got to do what you want to do, not what you think somebody else wants you to do. I had a scholarship to go play basketball at Auburn University, but I turned it down because I figured I need to help my mom out. But it was my life, and I believe that if I would have chose to stay in school and, you know, play ball, like, you know, things could be different now. But I think everything happened for a reason, you know. Like I said, I was on American Idol last season, made it to Hollywood, and that taught me a lot about the industry as well. Everything is not what it seems.
Being an artist is not everything it seems to be. It's a lot of work that you have to put into it, and the money does not come fast or swift. School is definitely important because you always need something to fall back on.
The American Idol, it was very important to my career because it did teach me things I need to know about this school of music. See, I'm in school now as far as I'm in school in college, and also I'm still a student of music, the game.
Having a degree is extremely important for any athlete who thinks that they're just gonna be able to go to college and play football and then make it to the NFL or in the NBA, and that's where life stops. When I was in school, I made sure I got my degree. Life doesn't end with the sport that you play. Once football is over, you have to have something to do to be able to maintain a life, and that's where your education is going to fall in.
I was thinking about choosing the girls club in San Francisco. There was ranges from age 6 to 12. It was really interesting. They looked at really positive. I love their brochures.
Don't laugh at me, but I liked the designer, the art designer thing. I thought that was cool. You know, everybody want to be an entrepreneur. If I could get in, get my foot in the door, I'll flip that and double up. You know what I mean?
The thing I like most about it is that we're given a lot of information, and I think it's important for all students to know what's out there because a lot of kids don't know that all this information is available.
I feel that this is a great project for the youth. They need to know about the SATs, they need to know about college. Some of them are not aware or not even prepared, and this is free information that they can get to get them prepared and get them a head start in life.
As much as we listen to music or watch videos or go on Facebook or Instagram or be on that Twitter, all these different things we do, cut that in half, put time in these books, and I guarantee you go as far as you want to go in this lifetime, all right? Hey man, who's that I see in the crowd hanging out with the people right there? Real on the low right there. That's another Bay Area representative. Give it up for Mr. FAB, ladies and gentlemen. Come here, man. Come here, man. What you doing? Come here, man.
I just want to shout out everybody that's taking the SATs, and I wish you the best, and I hope that you got a good score and further in the education. so much of a human nature that people do it without even acknowledging that they do it. You have to be appreciative of anything that's worthy of appreciation. A smile, a hi, a happy, a hey. Somebody graduating. I'd rather go to more graduations than funerals. I've been to about 10 funerals this year, and I've only know 3 people that's graduated. In these streets, you're either gonna get viewed or you're gonna get visited. They're viewing and visiting bodies. And for young black males like ourselves, we're an endangered species. It is pivotal that we take education serious. I wanna thank everybody for coming out today.
Yo, Bob, give me an instrumental real quick, man. Y'all wanna hear Mr. FAB go off the top? Give him a verse, just a verse. Come on, man. What the hell is going on here, man?
We gonna do an acapella. Anybody here from East Oakland? I know not just Oakland is here, everybody from all around the Bay. This is a song that's like a town classic anthem. If y'all know it, sing it with me. I got the North, got the East, got the... So I suggest you people though, tell them be cool, cause you don't wanna, cause we can do the fool, but you don't wanna, we'll put that on some. Can you put that on some? Put that on some. I'll put that on. You run up on me? And like my mama used to tell me, I hope you know your schoolwork like you know them lyrics. Y'all have a good day, man.
Give it up for Mr. FAB. Got a book in that backpack. It's not a game. It's for real. Look at that. Mirrors right here. Sister Soldier right here. They bring out books in the backpack. It's not a game.
College is important to me and my family because I'll be the first one to graduate from high school and to graduate from college. Because both of my 2 older brothers, they never graduated nor made it to college. Us being on SuperSAturdays is important because a lot of people will look at us like, wow, you guys are really taking cheering serious.
Yeah, and it's good to see us come outside of Oakland High, like just doing being in a different scene, not just cheerleaders at a school, but that we are actually cheerleaders that go out into our community and show everyone else what we do.
The SAT is not a fair test, but that's life. So you need to practice. And the more times you take the SAT, the better your score will be. You wouldn't be a great cheerleading team, Bulldogs at Ohio, if you didn't practice. So the SAT is exactly the same thing. You can get hundreds of points more just by taking it about 20 times. And when you stop doing well, then you can stop practicing it. But if you keep getting a better score each time, you better still take it.
How did going to school help you pursue the goals and bring you to this stage right now? How do you feel that actually you were able to implement that in your everyday life?
So I went to musician school. That's what I love to do. I want to be an engineer / artist as well. So, you know what I mean? I'm just doing my thing. I feel like anyone that wants to do hair, anything, cosmetology school, fashion school, needs to pursue their dreams. Like that.
I really urge everyone, whether you're rich or poor, whether your family is new Americans or whether your family's been here 100 years, to take those SAT prep classes because your test scores will definitely go up at least over 100 points. And it's not just the issue of getting into college, but how well you do sometimes determines whether or not you can get extra scholarships, which makes it easier to go to school. And with college tuition going up all the time, that's really important.
Well, high school isn't the end-all, be-all, but it's definitely the beginning to the rest of your life. And everything you learn in high school, not just what you take in through books, but your patterns, your behavioral patterns, will kind of shape and mold the way you walk through life.
That SAT test is a bitch. You gotta work hard. You gotta study for it. It's a standardized test. It's annoying and frustrating in a lot of ways, but it's the deal right now. And, it's not that hard to prepare for. If you wanna get after it, you can get after it and you can do good on the SATs, and that's going to be an important thing to get you into a good school and set you on your way.
The SAT, it's a lot of stigma around it. Basically, like people from the hood, they say, you know, the SAT really, I don't want to do the SAT because it don't really, you know, capture what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm growing up different.
I understand when people feel like it's out of their reach. They feel disenfranchised from the SAT process. And they don't see how a high SAT score may affect their lives. But when it comes to education, being able to do well on the SAT can determine where you may go to further your education.
Man, the SAT is very important. I mean, you know, tests are very important in general. I played ball back in the day, so like I had to take the SAT. You know, it was absolutely mandatory. But I mean, it's a good way to find out exactly where you stand.
That test is going to dictate you going to school. So you have to study. You have to put that right foot forward. You can't just say, you know, let me just take the SAT test, and you don't study. You have to study. You know what I'm saying?
The SAT it can be challenging. I remember my days studying and preparing for the SAT. And they were rough, but I think the important thing is to embrace the challenge, take it head on, and not back down from it. And just approach it with the mentality that you're gonna get it done and you're gonna give it everything you have.
It's just kind of like something that'll just set you up for what real life is. Hey, just take that test, see how intelligent you are. You know what I'm saying? Just take that step and just do that. You know what I'm saying? We all took it, so I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Just take it and just see how you're gonna do later on in life.
I'm not saying what my score was, but you feel me? I went to college, I graduated. It wasn't a high score, but I did it.
If you truly have an education that is fair, that you have access to the same kinds of information as other children, it really is the thing that levels the playing field.
When you take the SAT, you will come across some terminology that you may not be familiar with, some reading comprehension problems that you may not be able to understand, or even mathematics, unless you prepare. And unless you prepare properly. It's a proper way to prepare for the SAT. And that's what SuperSATurday is devised to do.
This is our future. The youth is our future. California needs it, the Bay Area needs it, Oakland needs it. We need our youth to be empowered and to do something, you know, with themselves, and the money's not there and the support isn't there in ways that it had been in the past. Even 10 years ago when I graduated, there was a lot more support, a lot more programs promoting higher education, and that's what this event really, really promotes and it talks about. So I would encourage every and anybody to support that endeavor.
We have mentorship programs, we have college programs as well that you can enter that could properly prepare you. If you are being taught how to take the SAT, it needs to be done in the correct way. So when you finally sit down, you pick up that pencil and you go to mark yes or no or multiple choices, or you go to write, you know exactly what to do.
I just want to encourage these kids, you know, if they are taking SATs or getting ready to take SATs, to take it very, very serious. I grew up around a lot of kids who didn't take it serious, and you know, I wasn't one of those kids, but it's definitely not an easy test, so you have to be real focused, you got to be real sharp, and you got to be real militant with you know, how you study. And
every Sunday for me is the biggest moment of my life. And every time you take the SAT, it's one of those defining moments. So when you prepare for it, you really have to put yourself in a mindset where this is what matters to me at this moment. I won't get distracted. I will give it everything I have mentally, so that when test day comes, it's easy, it's a breeze. And that's how we do things in the NFL. Practice is always harder than the test itself. So the practice is always hard, game day comes around, and you're just used to all the situations you're given. And I think that same mentality as far as approaching preparation for the test with the same mindset you want to have on game day or on test day is very important.
Preparation is the best way to, you know, to have the best results when it comes to the SAT. It's scary. I remember the first time I took the SAT, I walked out and I felt like I didn't learn nothing in all the years that I went to school. Literally, it was intimidating. It's really not the most difficult thing in the world, but it is something that's extremely important to your growth and your evolution, especially when it comes to your education.
Take the challenge and just step up to the plate. And you know, if you really care about your own life, you'll take it serious enough where you're studying for it, you're preparing for it, and that when the test day comes, you'll have all the courage and the confidence in the world to get it done.
Join us such that we can really give our communities what they deserve, and you have it and they need it. And so if we partner together, we can really bring together a community who requires this support.
With the swagger of a king, won't stop till I give me your break, and then I come back.